Hey, this is Brett from Monteville Sewing Centers, and today I'm here with Michele Hetrick, founder of the Calibration Cornhole Company, who switched from sewing bags for a party-pleasing game, cornhole, to sewing masks and caps for healthcare workers. For those who are unfamiliar, cornhole is a game that consists of throwing bags filled with corn into a wooden platform as a hole and as a target. So, how did you establish Cornhole Calibration Company? Did I say it right?
Calibration cornhole, but it's okay.
It's okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we went to a backyard barbecue with my brother, and they were playing cornhole in the street. That everybody that came brought their own cornhole sets. And my husband is a woodworker, and he was like, I think I could do that, and maybe I could improve upon it a little bit and make it more of an elegant product rather than like a backyard barbecue type product. And so that was in July. And so from July to October, we played with different formats of putting the wood together and creating jigs and doing all of this woodworking component. And then he's like, well, I think if I could do the woodworking, you could do the bags. And I said, I don't know how to sew. And so we started on the venture to figure that part out. And then in October, our little company got a business license, and here we are.
So, was this in the Portland area that you played cornhole and saw this?
It was in Sandy at my brother's house.
Okay, so I have actually played cornhole a few times, but every time it's been like at these conventions or meetings I've had to go to in Tennessee or I think it was Tennessee I played it, or some other place. It's always been in the Midwest where I played cornhole.
Sure.
I've never seen it around here.
In the Midwest and on the East Coast, it's a lot bigger. We're just trying to make a name for it here. And right after we created our company, I mean, literally right after, I contacted Ponderosa Lounge, which is the Jubit's company. And my brother is an amazing DJ, DJ Polly, and he does the DJ MC work at the Ponderosa every single week for all the big bands that come into town. And I contacted the manager there, Chris, who is brilliant and amazing, and asked her if we could host cornhole one day a week. And she said yes. And so for about 15 weeks before we were shut down by COVID, we were doing once a week cornhole tournaments inside the bar on slower nights at the Ponderosa. And that's how we kind of started gaining momentum and getting some more exposure. And so since the newspaper article came out, you can probably imagine there's been a few more orders that have come in. So
yeah. Could you show us your newspaper article? I want to see it.
Sure. So this is the first one came out. This is the Willamette week. And apparently my face is
adorable. Are you kidding? The matchy, like, oh my word.
Carrie made those.
So cute.
And then this morning, this was in the mailbox. This is the Gresham Outlook. We're also on the cover of that.
Wow.
This is my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And this is my dad's girlfriend, Trish. And then obviously me.
Oh, so wow.
Cool. So it's exciting.
How did you know you had to make the switch from making the cornholes to
That's
make
a really good question. So I'm a school teacher, and we were off for spring break, and my husband sent me a text that said, hey, you know how to sew now, so maybe you should make a few masks. And I was like, I don't know how to make masks, but I'm sure Carrie can help me. And so I called her up and I said, hey, you want to do some partnering and make some masks for the hospitals? And she's like, yeah, like we're slow right now. Let's make some masks. Bring up your equipment. So I took my equipment to Monteville Gresham, and in between customers, she helped me figure out how to do the work. And then I was sewing one part, and in between customers, she was doing the pleating, and I didn't know how to do that part yet. So I was just doing the part that I knew, do squares and give it to her. And then she showed me how to do a couple, and then I started just pleating them. The first ones we did were about 40 kids masks with Thomas the Train, and they were very popular. like with all the little guys I've got on my Facebook page. There are so many little kids wearing our masks now, which breaks my heart. But as a teacher, I'm always wanting to fix things. My brother calls it his sister's ever ongoing quest to save the world. And so I'm always just trying to fix it. And because the school district, not that they didn't want me to, but because there are guidelines and structures around how online learning can be rolled out for liability and equity and, distance learning for all people. It was really important for me to put a pause on that because I already have some systems in place that I really would have liked to use. And as soon as they said we were going to be off, put that in place. And they were like, whoa, hold on. And I said, okay, well, my idle brain has to do something. So I called Carrie and the rest is history. We've made 1,424 masks so far. When we're done, if I do not take a single order today, we'll produce 2,506 masks altogether if I take no more.
So who is getting your masks right now? Your orders are going somewhere, right? So where are they going?
Yeah, so lots of community members getting 2s and 3s and 10s and 6s, right? People are just like, I have a family of 10 and I don't have any money and I'm really afraid. The stories are crazy. I had a lady reach out to me. Her brother had died the day before of COVID. And she's like, I can't go to the grocery store. I'm paralyzed. Like I can't, like she's not physically paralyzed, but like is devastated and couldn't even fathom going outside. And she's like, it would just make me feel so much better. And so I've done a lot of crying because I'm an emotional person and I hear the stories and I'm like, okay, I'll get you a mask. It's totally fine. I'll figure it out. So there are 100 people that have ordered in the last 48 hours. And there was another 15 emails this morning that I haven't even been able to address yet.
Wow.
And so that's part of it is like really my heart is giving to our community because I'm an East County teacher and I'm serving East County. I live in our community and this is important to me. Mm-hmm. But then I've made masks for Aurora Landscape is on the order in Malala. I've shipped to Klamath Falls Grocery Outlet for all of their staff. Danner Boots ordered for their staff. PCC Precision Cast Parts just called and ordered a huge order and I kind of giggled because they wanted to know how I could produce 150,000 masks by May 5th. And I'm like, oh, this is not my gig. It's just too big for me. I had a construction company reach out from Georgia. Like I have to tell all these people, like this is not a for-profit venture. This is not me at Calibration Cornhole selling masks. It's all like whatever's on your heart so I can keep the project going and people are just giving us donations. Yesterday we received Kind granola bars and a case of water and somebody brought me a case of Diet Dr. Pepper and Reese's peanut butter cups, like everything from that to fabric. We had an awesome lady drop off pre-washed, pre-cut fabric, so all we had to do was face it. So I've got 3 of those piles right now that are ready to go.
Wow.
We've got community members emailing me, say, how can I help? And I'm like, come pick up some fabric and elastic and I'll give it to you. You can sew so we can get it out. The Centennial School District office might not know this, but several of their organizations within the district have reached out to me, 2 different ones for 100 masks apiece for the people that are still serving students on the front line with food and Chromebooks and things like that. Mm-hmm. So we're just doing the best we can to serve as many people as we can.
So you have other seamstresses that you've been working with through calibration, right?
Trying, right? And they're all community grassroots effort folks, right?
And are they also helping you with all the masks making too?
Yeah, so that's what some people are cutting. Some people are cutting fabric. Some people are cutting elastic. Some people are delivering to people who can't get out of their house. Some people are picking up my packages that need to be mailed to Canby and Woodland and Arlington, Virginia for somebody's mom to take it to the mailbox to do that. Somebody came in, my neighbor came over and washed my car because I couldn't get to it, right?
Oh, wow.
So it's just my friends April and Tim. They own Chalk It Out. They do all the menu boards and things at the Moda Center for all the restaurants that are inside Moda Center. They do all those fun, fancy, like chalkboard looking boards. Her and her husband have stopped doing chalkboards and are making masks for us. Yeah, I've been keeping Carrie Garvey, the manager at Gresham, up late at night because she's cutting and sorting and helping me manage my spreadsheet, and it's been nuts. It's been really crazy. It's a good partnership.
Wow.
In fact, hang on, give me 2 seconds. People are texting me to pick up.
So where do they pick up? Did they pick up at your
My
house?
front porch.
Your front porch.
Yep. Yep.
I
call down to my husband, my son. He's down in the living room, and he's managing pickup. So I say, these people are coming at this time, and he makes sure that they're on the porch. And if they make a donation, great. He brings it in the house and puts it in a special spot. And then that's just
the next question is your average day, then your particular average day right now in a quarantine. What's it look like? You wake up in the morning, what do you do?
Well, from 5 to 6, I clean my house and start my coffee and rotate laundry. Yes. And from 6 to 8, I address emails and requests on my messenger on Facebook. Yes. And then from 9, when my friend Wendy and my dad's girlfriend Trish get here, we sew. From 9 to 6, they're sewing, and I'm managing the social media end of it and running pickups. And then they leave at like 6. We have dinner with my family, and then from 7 until about 1 in the morning, I am like cleaning up and organizing all of the stuff that's been sewn and putting new orders in the bags, and that's what it looks like.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when I listen to all this, I'm thinking to myself, how can we or some of our customers listening to this get involved also? I mean, you don't have a 501c3 at all, right? Or
yeah, exactly.
No. So what's happening is I'm just collecting all that stuff and putting it in one spot. And when I figure out what it all looks like at the end, then I'll figure out where to put it. That wasn't part of the plan. The plan was I took $500 out of my pocket. I ordered material, elastic, thread, all from Montevilla. And Carrie helped me get everything that I needed to make it happen. And then it just blew up. So now I'm running a spreadsheet that has who the customer is, where I got their information from, whether it was Montevilla or email or Facebook, how many masks they need, what's their story, what sizes, kids or adults, male or female, what else is on there? If it's completed, how many we made, and a little checkbox so that I can sort it quickly to say these are done and these are not. And so it's now in 3 phases. The first phase is newspaper, which was 80 customers and 1,192 masks. Phase 2 is day 1, post newspaper, 100 orders with 1,500 more mask requests. And now I've started a phase 3 for the second day post newspaper that already has 15 people requesting masks and more that are just pending that I can't get to yet.
Wow.
It got big real quick. I'm good at logistics, so they could.
Is there a way that others can join in and make masks for you and with you?
100%. We need lots of help. We need, I'm still making 100 masks at a time. In fact, PJ, your head teacher at Montevilla, has sewn 150 masks for Providence so far, which has been amazing. In addition to the ones that we had already distributed. So that's been very helpful. But yes, making masks, cutting fabric, donating fabric. Like if people have washed, it needs to be washed, ironed, and pre-cut would be ideal because we don't have time.
Could they just go to the Gresham store? I'm just imagining.
To drop it off with Carrie, and then we send a group to pick it up. Yeah.
And also, we do have fabric at the Gresham store. So if anyone buys fabric for your project, they will get 35% off automatically. So they just got to note that that they're getting it for that.
Okay.
And I'm going to find some bolts around. What kind of fabric do you want?
100% quilting cotton.
Okay, I've got that. So we will be donating some
Yeah.
quilting cotton for you.
Oh, thank
So
you
I
so
want to make sure
much.
you know that. So I'm going to start looking through that right now. So
And I'm sure that I'll be back to Montevilla because I'm gonna need a machine. My machine's dying, so I'm sure that it will be. When I'm all done, I'm gonna need a new machine. Ah,
How do we help?
go ahead.
So how would we at Montevilla, how can we help you better?
So I think the first thing is not only helping me, but to help, because I'm always thinking about everyone else, to help the managers of the locations. They can forward people who are requesting masks directly to me, because I feel terrible that people are calling Montevilla and saying, I want to order masks. That's not your gig. That's not the Montevilla's role in this, and people don't understand that. So if they just say, you know what, that's great, this is their Facebook page, go contact them, or they can give them my email at calicornco@gmail.com, which is just like Cali, like California, CALI, corn like cornhole, co.@gmail.com. They can give them that and they can email me, so all the orders are in one spot. That could help.
Perfect.
Second, they can just encourage people, like they could talk about it. They could say, like, if you are a sewer, if you know, if they have people that want to sew, if they could reach out to those folks that are like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll make some masks. That's awesome. Because the orders are coming in so quick. I have 2 for the school district for over 200. I've got 1 for a construction company, landscape company, that needs 500. Like, I just can't keep it up by myself. We're a little team of 3 that sews all day.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if we could expand somehow, get some of our other sewing angels coming alongside and also
Exactly.
sewing with you.
And we're just using, it's probably important to note, we've put videos on my Facebook page, but we're just using the standard deaconess pattern with 1 exception. So we're just taking 2 different fabrics. Preferably they match, but it doesn't necessarily have to, because CDC recommends they're 2 different sizes, so you know which side to wear to your face, like which one you put on your face before.
Yeah.
And so right sides together, obviously, and just doing the standard stitching, tacking in the 7-inch elastic on both sides, turning it out, top stitching, and then 2 finger pleats, and that's it. It's very simple.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for taking time with us today. We really appreciate it, and look forward to continue this conversation.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate you guys.
Uh-huh.